First of all, I want to thank you. This is probably one of the most important phases of changing the trajectory of our country that we have. That is our education. Our founders understood the importance of that. It was Thomas Jefferson said, "Ignorant and free can never be." They began our country understanding that only a educated and engaged people can be a free people. I was blessed. I was raised in the shadows of Florida A&M. My dad was a college professor for 40 years. I did see his frustration, though, about 30 years ago, when he recognized the poor preparation of kids coming into his classrooms and the pressure of deans to pass them through regardless of that. And because he had an option of being an entrepreneur, he decided to leave the industry. I do want to say this, once put back in place, was focused on getting our kids to think, to be optimistic, to be thankful for the opportunities, we will get our nation back. I lived it. I watched in the 40s, 50s, and 60s when the black community, during the segregated days, because we believed in education as a gateway, we believed that entrepreneurship and thinking and engagement would give our community a way of being respected, and it was. As we led the country in the growth of middle class, we led the country in men matriculating from college, and percentage of entrepreneurs, all because we were a thinking people. I was excited to see and hear different words today because what we need to do is realize our educational system is broken. Thank goodness for innovators like yourself, those who are not just willing to go along, willing to push the boundaries and figure out how can we get our kids really thinking again and successful again. To hear words like transparency, innovation, risk-taking, which is never heard about in education, performance-based, which you've never heard about in education. How about co-signing loans? My goodness. Declining tuition, ejecting nonprofit courses, and a level playing field. And I know that my colleagues on the side of the aisle like to demean profit colleges. Just know all we're asking for across the board is a level playing field. Use the same standards. Whatever those standards are for success, profit and public should have the same opportunity to prove that they are the best in the game. If they can't pull their weight, they need to do something else. That's across the board. Our kids need to be our priorities. So I'm excited to have these conversations. I'm excited about the fact that, thank goodness, the Republican Party now is the majority conference. So these kind of things will be happening. We'll be focused on how our kids can make sure that instead of going in the direction it has been the last few decades, so we're going to get our act together and have them when they leave, whatever decision or way they want to be educated, they can go out and succeed in that area. So I want to thank you again for your expertise, your time taken out. Continue, please, to share with us your innovation. We now have a conference that wants to legislatively be innovative in that process. We need your help to do that. So thank you so much for that. I'd like to again thank the witnesses for taking the time to testify before the subcommittee today. Without objection, there being no further business, the subcommittee stands adjourned. Thank you so much.